essentials to grow your website. So thanks for joining. Just some logistics before we get started. We will be recording the webinar and posting it to the blog on eDirectory.com within 24 hours. So if you want to go back later or forward the webinar to somebody, you can just go to the footer of the eDirectory.com website, the blog section, and you'll see a copy of the webinar recording. Also, if you have any comments or questions during the webinar, drop them into the online chat and we will stop periodically to answer them, as well as we'll have more time at the end of the webinar to answer any questions you have about this or other topics as well. So with us today we have I'm James. I'm the founder of the company, and with us we have Larissa, our marketing manager, and she's an expert in this subject. So hi, Larissa.
Hi, James. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining.
And for anybody new here, just some very quick background on eDirectory, which is the platform that we sell. It is a platform to build directory-style websites and mobile apps. These are listing sites. It's used for all sorts of different topics, lead generation sites, vendor directories, local guides, membership sites, and much more. It's highly customizable. Even without any coding, you can go into the admin area, and it's a widget-based layout editor. You can change the colors and the branding and the fields and all sorts of things there. In addition, we have a source code version of the PHP available if you want to do other customizations or integrate with legacy systems. It has native iPhone and Android apps that you can build and submit to your own store accounts. And we've optimized it for SEO and also for AI. We started AI optimizations as well. So it gets picked up pretty good by the search engines. If you want to learn more, just visit edirectory.com to schedule a private demo with an account exec. And just to mention, please join our online community. You can follow us on Instagram as well as Facebook. The handles are right here, eDirectory Software and eDirectory Community for that. And that's a great way to connect and share ideas. To Larissa to talk about today's webinar on marketing. Go ahead, Larissa.
Okay, hi, everyone. So today we're going to talk about short and long-term goals, market research, marketing strategies, paid advertising, testing your strategies, tips for directories, and SEO importance. So let's start. So the first thing that I tell you to do, like when you're just starting, or even if you already is a directory owner, is to decide your short and long-term goals. Because to get somewhere, you need to know where you're going, right? So having clear, focused goals gives your marketing direction and purpose. So long-term goals help you define where you want your directory to be in the future, and short-term goals help your team motivated and make progress measurable. So reach your goals by breaking big objectives into smaller, actionable steps. So here's an example of what I suggest you to do. Gather your team, or even if you work by yourself, and decide what you're going to do this week to get a result that you want in a year from now, right? So for example, this week I'm going to do a keyword research and select the top 10 keywords by X date. And then I'm going to use them to optimize 5 main pages before the end of the month. So try to always establish deadlines to track progress and stay accountable. Because, if you try to do like huge things all at once, usually you get lost with like too many things to do. So try to break it down and try thing by thing, and you're going to build a much more solid foundation for your business, right? And define what success looks like in both the short and long term. So that's what I said before. Make sure that you know where you're going so you can really plan for you and your team what exactly you need to do to get there. So yeah, this is super important. I know a lot of people just start and see how it goes, but it's very important to be planning everything every step of the way, because marketing is like such a huge area that is always changing and needs a lot of attention. So this is a really big step.
And
Um,
just to jump in there real quickly, Larissa,
yeah,
the thing is when you're an entrepreneur and starting a new project, or working on a new project for a larger business, it's just there's so many possible things you can do, and often it's about
yeah.
deciding what you're not going to do. And so really getting that planning together, it is really important. I've seen so many people start these projects and they don't get them launched just because there's so many things to do and they lose focus and that sort of thing.
Yes, exactly. The second thing that I advise you to do is conduct a market research. The first thing is understanding your niche, like identify your market and focus on your highest value segments. Like, what is the goal of your niche, of your market? What's, the money making or things that get more views? Try to think about that and analyze your competitors. If you're just starting, maybe you have some similar competitors out there that are already doing something, and you can see where they are succeeding, what they are lacking. Because usually, when you start a business, you're trying to come up with a solution for a problem, right? So maybe they are not doing everything they could be doing, and it's your chance to, do that and grow your business and try new things, seeing what worked with them and what didn't. Gather audience insights, use tools to gather data, and identify high demand categories or topics that your competitors are not covering. So sometimes people just miss very good opportunities when they are, running a business for too long, or they are just not doing some market research. So try and see what your competitors are not covering, that that's going to be a success or something that's going to bring a lot of views or bring people's interest. So really think about what they are doing and what you are doing and try to compare the goods and the bads of each one. And yeah, in the last one, identify gaps. So not only think about them, but think about you as well. Try to do the comparison. What are they missing that I can offer, and what I am missing that they are offering right now, and I can improve and compete better. So yeah, seeing who's in the market with you is super important. Even if it are big companies or small companies, it's always important to know what they are doing and adapting, because right now things are changing super fast. So you need to stay on top of things, right? So yeah. Next thing is tips for your marketing strategy. Right now, we have, I think the main marketing strategy that we have now is digital marketing. Branding is super important these days. So try to identify your branding in your brand positioning. So identify what sets your directory apart, your niche, your benefits, and always try to stay true to what's defined. So, what tone you're gonna use? Are you gonna be professional? Are you gonna be funny? Are you gonna be more straightforward? It depends a lot on your market, right? So, define the way to connect with your people, how you're gonna talk to them, what they respond to, and always stay true to that. This goes for like the tone, the visuals, colors, fonts, everything. Having a brand that it's easy to recognize is super important these days. Target audience, creating detailed customer personas and segmenting your audience for personalized campaigns. I think I've talked about a target audience like so many times in the past webinars, because this is super important. For you to have success, you need to know who you're talking to. You need to know who are the people accessing your site or interested in your niche, and you have to know how to talk to them. So if you know who they are, it's going to be way easier to reach out to them and to create a language that's going to resonate with them. So, yeah, try to create personas. I have a webinar, I can send a link here later, talking about how to create your persona. You can check that on our blog. But yeah, it's super important for you to understand who you're built for. Next, marketing and social media channels. Focus on platforms where your audience is most active. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Use a mix of organic strategies, SEO, blog posts, community engagement, and paid efforts. Google Ads, social media ads, and retargeting. and track engagement and conversions to focus on what performs best. So yeah, right now, as I mentioned, social media is probably the easiest way to get visibility these days. But if you are working with another business, you're probably gonna use LinkedIn. If you are talking about culture, you might want to go to TikTok or Instagram. So it's really important to understand who you're building for, to know where you're gonna advertise, and use a mix of organic strategies because, SEO is super important because it's a free way of getting visibility. If you really take care of your directory in your site, it's just gonna bring organic traffic. So it's gonna be amazing. But also paying, advertising is also great because you can, try to bring more people in, try to different niches and, grow your business as well. This is also we're gonna talk about right now. So, what about the paying advertising? Choose the right platforms. We have many ways of doing like paid ads right now. Usually Google was like the big one, but now we have Meta ads. We have, Facebook, Instagram. They are super huge right now, but try and see where your target is. So, Google Ads, it's good for search intent. So people that is already working, searching for a service. So I want plumbers in Miami. Google Ads great for that because it's already being searched. But if you wanna, burst your bubble, be shown to different people, you wanna brand awareness a little bit more. Meta ads, it's great for that because it has a lot of reach potential. So it can show you to different people. You can work a little bit with like listing contests, highlights. You can try to play around with it a little bit more and be more modern with it. And also, of course, LinkedIn is where all of the companies are, all of the businesses. So it's great for getting attention on that specific area. So try and see if you are working with entrepreneurs, with big businesses, with the general working person, and try to advertise accordingly. Target smart. Start with location, interests, and behaviors that match your niche, and upload your email list or past visitors to create lookalike audiences. Again, this is very important if you're doing a local directory, for example. I'm doing Missouri directory. I don't want people from all the way from other countries to get access to my ads, and I'm gonna be spending money on people that don't really care about my site or my location. So try to target it by location and try to find, through tracking and everything, people that have the interests that matches your ads and also the behaviors. This is super important. This comes back to the persona. You have to understand who you're building for so you can optimize your ads to show to people that are really going to be interested in your business and everything. And also retarget visitors, install Metapixel and Google Tag on your site. If you don't know how to do that, we do have articles to help you, or you can email support@eDirectory.com if you need any help. But this is super important for you to track and know people that came to your website but didn't convert by any reason. Maybe they didn't have the money at the time, or they were busy, they forgot about it. So doing retargeting is super important. This helps you like show ads to people that viewed your site but didn't do anything. So you're reminding them of your website, of everything that you have. So it's a good way to bring them back and close a deal, right? So this is super important. Please make sure to check our support articles to install Google Tags and Metapixel and etc. And this comes to the next topic, which is test and learn. Marketing is a very subject area. There is no right answers. It's super, everything changes. We have market trends coming up and going. So you have to test everything and you have to learn. Each type of niche works differently. So there is no like cake recipe. You have to learn it. You have to learn by yourself. You can, of course, study, but testing is the best way to see what's working and what's not. So create 2 to 3 ad versions with different headlines or images. Test with short videos, carousels, testimonials to see what resonates the most, and take advantage of all the amazing tools that we have out there right now. I am a big fan of Canva, but you can create ads even if you're working with by yourself. You don't have any designers or anything. This is a good way of creating ads for yourself. And it's super time saving. So now you can do like really good looking ads. Yeah. Let's go to the next topic, which is test, analyze, adjust, and repeat. As I mentioned, this area changes so quickly. There are no right answers. So it's very important for you to keep analyzing your data, keep testing, and always adjust. Don't wait for things to change. Maybe something was working for a long time and it is not now anymore. You have to take action and you have to change it and you have to adapt. So yeah, always track your traffic, your bounce rate, your conversions, your retention to make sure if you see any anomalies there. Oh, my conversions are dropping. What's going on? I have to work on that. Oh, my traffic's dropping. What's going on? I need to work on that. So always stay on top of your numbers. Um, there are amazing tools out there to help you with that. Google Analytics, we do have integration with Google Analytics for your directory. Hotjar, Looker Studio Dashboard, we have tons and tons of other tools. But yeah, always stay on top of the numbers and A/B test everything. Landing pages, headlines, CTA. If something is not working, try something new, try something different and see what goes and what doesn't. So yeah, key for growth is keep what works, improve what doesn't, and document everything for future insights. See what worked before, it might come back in the future. It's always important to know what you did and what you know. And no market plan is perfect, but the winners are just the ones who improve faster. So stay on top of it as much as you can. It's gonna be key for your success. Now we're gonna go for more specific tips for directories. And also we're gonna include in directory, of course, on them. So the first thing is to build high quality listings. This is probably like the main thing for a directory owner to be careful about. High quality images, the address being updated, the numbers is super important for you to have good looking listings. So the first thing is build initial listings manually to showcase real examples. If you can, if you have the time, it's super important. Make your directory look active and professional. So yeah, always update the data. Always try to keep the data reliable so people come back. They trust your directory. They know the data there is good. Focus on quality over quantity. Of course, sometimes the business is gonna grow and you're gonna, scrape data. You're gonna bring a lot of data in, but it's very important for you to have quality on your homepage, and then you can work it out, as you go and fill out
And
all.
Larissa, I just wanted to add one thing here about the data fields. One of the big differentiators that you have building these directory style sites is putting in additional data fields beyond just address, description, sort of the commodity fields. So really think about that. eDirectory has some features to create custom listing templates by category. And you
Yeah.
can really go deep, and the deeper you go, you'll find that you're more easily able to become an authority on the subject.
Yes, and we also have a webinar on that, mastering the listing template editor. So you can also check that to improve yours. And also the last thing is to fill out all SEO fields and optimize listings. This impacts your growth significantly. I know that a lot of clients, they just like put the basic information in there and they forget about this part, but it's super important. I'm gonna talk more about it, in the future, but it's definitely very important. If you're local, get visible offline. So if you are, this is a bit more specific, but if you have a local guide, especially if it's a small town, but if it's a big town, it also works. But try to get visible, in person. So give businesses, some stickers or posters or flyers. Try and make your brand known where you live or your city, or for tourists, for locals to, the mouth-to-mouth marketing is like super important. So make sure you are known on the city that you are working for. Attend local fairs, market, networking events, or sponsor community activities. Stay tuned for events. Events are super great to bring people to local guides, because events are where all the people are, right? All the access and people trying to find new things to do in the weekend. So events are key for local guides as well. Hand out flyers with tips, offers, contests, and use interactions to collect emails and grow your subscriber list. So yeah, when you are talking to real people and you are, showing them your brand and your site, you can also get leads and you can also get people to, become part of your community. So it's super important for you to be in person and show yourself and show your business, and create a really good community, right? The next thing is run a best of contest. This is super good for bringing traffic and bringing people to your website and building a community. So invite people to vote for local favorites. Encourage nominees to share. So, when establishments they are trying to win, they're gonna talk about it a lot. So you can also get people to access your website through that. Grow your email list with voters again. So people are gonna have to subscribe to, vote, or they're gonna have to access the website. This is also a way for you to get more leads and more people into your community. This builds trust and exposure. People get super excited about contests, so this is great for you to be known, to have more brand awareness, and use winner badges to highlight listings and improve search prestige. We have this feature called badges on eDirectory that you can, add there, like winner or best service, best value, good reviews. You can add anything there. Winner of 2025, for example. And while searching for businesses, as you can see the little example here, we have the templates for the results page that show the badges. So, people can see the winners while they are searching for it. So yeah, it's super good. Next thing, email marketing. This is also super huge. I think it was like the biggest form of marketing before social media. It is still very, very good. It still works. It's still very reliable. So building an email marketing is like building relationships. It keeps users, members, and businesses engaged, even after they leave your site. So you can do a lot of promotions in there. You can show updates, events, new listings, contacts. You can do anything. You can engage people. You can drive conversions. So you can turn subscribers into paying advertisers or members with targeted campaigns. So yeah, this is a great, great way of marketing and building trust and building our community. And also is the best, easier way, I think, to measure results. Track opens, clicks, signups to see what content truly connects. So while you're sending out those emails, you can also get more feedback through them. Super great. I feel like this is a big one for directories because it is easy to do and is the results are great. Um, and next thing is stay ahead of AI. Of course, now everything's changing. People are searching a lot by AI, and we still have to think about everything directory and other platforms they offer. When you are trying to find information, what is really important for you, right? When you are trying to search, you are trying to find what you need. Each directory has many, many features that bring value to having a directory site because it's not going to only show results, it's going to have a whole section of information. And you can also, like, two big things that you can do is to use deals and coupons to add value to your businesses. So for example, you can do affiliate links. People that are accessing other sites through your directory can use a little coupon with 15% off. This is a great way of bringing people in because they know they're gonna find exclusive discounts. So yeah, this is a big one. It also encourages people to share deals, drives traffic, loyalty, etc. So if they know they're gonna get a good deal from your site, they're gonna come back. And this brings value to them accessing your site only. So work a lot with our deals. We have a deal section, we have coupons, we have a lot of things that you can take advantage of, making revenue and also, trying to keep the clients loyal. Also, video marketing. Video is one of the big things that you can do today to build credibility and brand awareness. Um, it's super important for directories. They increase a lot of time and they straighten SEO through authentic, high attention content. People love to see videos. They love to see um, the information in such a easy way, right? By videos is like super easier to understand other than reading. So yeah, make sure to add a lot of videos. It also helps you create your brand. Um, so this is also a big one. Make it here. And now coming back to SEO, as I mentioned before, it's super important for you to match SEO with paid advertising. But like SEO is super important because it's free, right? You just have to work a lot on it on your website. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. Why SEO is so important? So it helps your site appear when people search for what you offer, and it brings organic traffic, which means ongoing traffic, right? A well-made SEO structure keeps bringing visitors for free, so you don't have to pay any extra for that, which is a big win. Builds trust. People usually click on what they see first on Google, so ranking higher makes your site look more reliable, and of course has a lot more chances to getting views and clicks and conversions. Every page can work for you. This is like key for you that you're trying to build your directory, or you still have a directory, but you don't populate it as much. Each listing, article, category can bring its own visitors through search, not just the homepage. I feel like sometimes we forget about that. So this is something I really wanted to talk to you guys about. Make sure to have really informing articles, really good looking listings and categories. Because, for example, I am searching for a recipe and I search for that and I find a recipe on your directory because you have a health directory, for example. I was just, searching for a recipe, but I found your business through that. So, this is how you bring people to your website by creating a lot of content and a lot of good content that can, burst the bubble and bring people from other niches as well. So make sure to add a lot of content. Articles, blogs are great for this. Yeah, and better user experience, of course. Since it's so important to have a good SEO, we are always doing improvements and everything. This also encourages faster pages, clearer content, and easier navigations, which also impacts on the user experience. So when you are caring for your SEO, you're also caring for your clients, which is a big thing. So this is something I encourage a lot. Make sure to check that out. And here I'm going to show you some examples of things that we have on eDirectory that can help you.
And
Um,
Larissa, we just had a question come in that I think is relevant to this SEO topic from Warren, which is just about what people can do to get picked up by the LLMs, the AI overviews regarding that. So maybe if you can just touch on what some techniques are when you're going over things here for that.
yes, you meant by like AI crawlers?
Yeah, no, no. So they get picked. So ChatGPT sends visitors to the site in addition
Yeah.
to Google or Google Gemini. So they get picked up in the AI overviews when they go to google.com, those kind of things.
Right, right. So we are now, as I mentioned, we are in times of changes. So now I say like the first thing is always gonna be good content. And right now your content needs to be written in a way that AI is gonna understand. So make sure to create a lot of blog posts, and also this one this little screen that I have here open, it's also gonna help on that because we are actually using AI to improve the SEO for all your listings and everything there. So they're gonna be, written in a way that AI is gonna understand. We also, James mentioned LMS. LLMS. It's a new way of mapping your website, so AI can easily understand what's important or is not. But it's basically right now, all you can do is make sure that your site has a lot of content, adapt it to what AI is gonna read. I can send you more information on that LLMS files as well. But just stay tuned for everything that is coming, because the search engines are changing too much right now,
Yeah.
and you have to keep on top of that. But I'm going to show you right now how eDirectory is also optimized for that change on language and everything. So basically right now we offer AI assistance and suggestions on directly on your listing page, right? So when you are editing your listing, as you can see here on my, let me just grab the screen here to the side. So here you can see this is the SEO section of a listing. You have the AI SEO suggestions right here on the side, right? Here's going to show the score of your listing. Right now it's 65 out of 100. And it's going to show everything that you can improve here. And it's also considering, everything AI is considered to rank your website. So if you are worried about that, please make sure to use this tool. It's really good. You can also click to apply suggestion directly, or you can edit it and bring your own touch to it. But it's a great way of optimizing your listings and make sure you are well ranked while talking to AI and everything, right? Oops, let me come back. Other than that, our AI tools save time and help you optimize your content. While in the page editor, make sure all your pages have meta titles, meta descriptions, meta URLs filled out. Everything is helpful. Make sure to optimize as much as you can all of the content, not only on the listings, but on the pages. We have a SEO center that I'm going to show as well. Make sure you fill out everything that you possibly can. I know this might sound a lot, but we do have articles for everything that you need to know. And we also have a service for SEO assistance if you need. We have our marketing team that can assist you with that. So if you are interested, you can email us after the webinar and I can send you more details about that. But you should be all set with our portal, our support articles as well. So when building listings and categories, include all keywords, optimize URLs, and make sure your site's fully set up for SEO. Okay, so as you can see, our latest version brought many, many upgrades that are good for time saving and for AI optimization for SEO ranking. So I hope that helps. Oh, I think it was boring. Next thing. We also offer several SEO tools to help you optimize your site. So please explore directory and check our articles to learn more about all of our features. We have a SEO center. We have on every page editor. You can also edit, meta tags in there. But it's super important for your growth to have this set up. And if you need any help, of course, please reach out to our support team. And yeah, now let's open up for questions.
Okay, great. Yeah, thanks for that question, Warren. I think at the end of the day, it really comes down to quality content for getting into the
Yeah.
LLMs, and they will send traffic your way. I know we're seeing to our site some traffic coming in, and then making the content sort of readable for the LLMs is the big thing. But it is a changing world out there as far as that goes. Let me see if we have any other questions. Have one from before from Rhonda talking about social media and how can a website compete with social media? When there's content on there, and then you have content on your website. Everybody has a Facebook page is often what we hear, I guess, for people. I already have a Facebook page. Why do I need a listing on a directory
Mhm.
site? And I think at the end of the day, the answer to that is people need to be everywhere, and so you should work with social media to help produce it, to help promote your site. And often eDirectory part is used for the monetization. And the social media drives traffic into that and builds your audience and handles your community and that sort of things. Do you have anything else you want to add on social media and its importance, Larissa?
Uh, yeah, and also answering the previous question, can you target your audience to people that still use their computers instead of only mobile? And you
Mhm.
definitely can. All of this is very customizable to the demographics that you want. Um, and I feel like website does not need to compete with social media. They can work together. And it's a way you can use social media at your favor, to make sure your website has a lot of visibility. So I see that as a positive, having a social media, having a way to reach out to so many people in a niche. It's really good. So it's all comes in the way that you see and you work your social media in your content towards your site. But they are very different and they can work together. So I feel like that's it at the end of the
Okay,
day.
great. Great. Next question from Warren. Can we add a pricing field to the events? People should know how much an event costs, but it doesn't exist now. Yeah, we're actually working to redo the event module and make it more customizable, and so that should be out hopefully in the next few months for that. However, you can put the pricing certainly in the description area for that. One of the reasons we didn't build out all the pricing into it was because often people integrate in like something like Eventbrite or something that manages tickets and pricing and payment and that type of thing. So sort of depends on that. For that, if you need to figure out a way to get the pricing in there, reach out to our support team and they can give you some ideas on how to integrate that. Um, Next question from Candy. Where are the support articles? They are on our support section, which is at support.e. You can see it if you go to edirectory.com. There's a support link. But it's really if you go to support.edirectory.com. That's the email. And then let me just post in
The link is up there on the chat.
okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Next question. Did you ever analyze how we can see the number of visitors on a listing on the front of the listing? Yeah, I think Rhonda asked for that last time. We might have missed that follow-up with you, Rhonda, about how to put in she's looking to see the traffic stats on the front of the listing, which I believe is
Yeah.
a very small customization to put that in there. Well, we'll note that. I apologize if we missed following up with you on that to get that done. So we'll note that and follow up with you after the webinar for that. If you don't hear a follow up by tomorrow midday or so, let me know. I do apologize about that. I'll get the team right on it to follow up with you. Um, Here they are. Okay. Next question from Corey. Do you offer an onboarding process with your tech people to get us up and running? We've had the product for 2 months. It seems I have to figure out how to turn on all the features by continuing to play with the software, like a quick start initiative, how we can customize that homepage feature. Yeah, we have training sessions, right, Larissa, that are included with the
Yeah.
system where our team can do a Zoom with you.
Yes.
Um,
We have the training sessions if you need any like close assistant, but we also have our onboarding service as well. In case you are
yeah,
interested, we can set up the website for you. We have a lot of
yeah.
items included there, all the essentials and also the layout. So I'm gonna follow up with you directly, Corey, to show
Yeah,
all of
the
your
setup
options.
service is it's a pretty good value. I think our team
Yeah.
helps quite a bit getting things done, building out listings, importing your data, configuring, changing the colors, doing all that sort of stuff. So it's typically pretty worthwhile as far as that
Yeah.
goes. Well, great. Let's see. Does any more questions? Drop them in. I think we have another webinar coming in 2 weeks. Do you know what the next topic is for the webinar in 2 weeks, Larissa?
We're gonna talk about the apps
Okay,
and all the
great.
possibilities with them. So please stay tuned.
Fantastic. Okay, great. And Let's see, a comment from Warren. James, I believe Larissa may push you as the next strong speaker for future eDirectory presentations. All right.
Thank you, Lauren.
Uh, no, she does a great job. She does the presentations and stuff too. She's fantastic. So really appreciate that feedback. Fantastic. So thanks everybody for joining us. There'll be a quick survey, I think, right after you close down the Zoom. So if you can give us some feedback, we do try to keep improving these. And if you mention any other topics that you'd like to see or anything else, thanks a lot. So thanks everybody. Have a great day.